Hello. Welcome everyone. It's your boy Mr. Degenerate here, back at it again for another motherfucking video. And we got a good one for you. We got a good one. So recently, Game Informer is doing a cover story for Resident Evil 4 Remake. And I've already watched this video, but I decided to make a video on this because, again, Resident Evil 4 Remake is my most anticipated game. Like, this game means a lot to me personally, so I want to just talk about it. This will probably be my last coverage of the game until my critique video of Resident Evil 4 Remake. I am currently in the process of preparing even to go back and replay Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, just to get a feel of that game. So I just wanted to do this video to talk about some of my pros and cons so far I've seen with this game. But overall, I will say this looks fucking banging. I'm very impressed. I am just a little hesitant on certain aspects of the game. But without further ado, and to hold you guys off until I do my Game of the Year video for 2022, here's me breaking down this game. So let's just go straight into it, full screen, and I will be slowly picking this game apart. So first things first, I just want to talk about the character designs. First of all, let me just start by saying I think the characters look absolutely great. Everybody looks like how they're supposed to be looking. I'm very impressed by that. I'm very happy with that. First things first I'll say is Ashley looks incredible. I like her design. It's actually, in fact, fun fact, this is actually the original Resident Evil 4 beta, like one of the betas, her original designs, her demo design. This was how she was supposed to look. So for them to carry some of those ideas into this game, like taking a lot of inspirations from the betas, the different versions of Resident Evil 4, really makes me happy. And I like the design because it's way better than what she had before. Not to get all political or thing. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy her design in the original game, but in logical sense, it made no fucking sense why she was walking around with just a fucking no sweater and just titties bouncing. Fucking, you can see her fucking underwears and shit. If you actually look up in the camera a little bit, like it was kind of a little too much. But yeah. As for Leon's looking mighty crisp, mighty good looking. My son Leon looking tired though. You can see it in his eyes. He looks tired. He looks like he's seen some shit. Like, my son looks like a true warrior now. Compare that to Resident Evil 2 remake, where he looks all happy and like, yeah, this is the zombie apocalypse, baby. I'm a new cop on the job. Nice to meet you, everybody. This one, he actually looks like, shit, I've seen shit. I'm tired. I need a fucking alcohol. I need a drink. So he actually looks cool. He looks good. His design looks exactly from Resident Evil 4. I like that he still has the knife. Looks really design-wise. Everything looking good so far. We're just skipping through all this nonsense. Yeah. They're just gonna be talking. We're gonna skip through all of this nonsense. So this is supposedly chapter 5, and chapter 5, if I remember in the original game, is when you pick up Ashley. This is like your first time getting Ashley together, and you get that big speech from Sadler Sadler, and he gives like this fucking speech about, oh, we put the Las Plagas in both of your fucking penises and assholes, and now it's going to infect you. And gives that fucking dumbass speech. So it looks like they changed it. So in order to get to Ashley's room, you have to do this like mirror puzzle right here. I don't know if they actually changed it, but in the original you had to do a puzzle in order to get to have the gates open so you can like do get Ashley. They may have changed it for this one. I hope they keep that puzzle. I actually liked it, even though when I was a kid it was driving me fucking insane because my slow ass did not get it. But it was a puzzle nonetheless, so I hope if they're gonna replace it, there's a better way to get Ashley. I hope it's not like, oh, we're gonna just go gun blazing and blow bang bang bang. So moving on from that, I like that Ashley will actually help, just like in the original, Ashley will pull down ladders and whatnot. Typical video game shit. We've seen it millions of times now where you have a companion AI now. So I hope Ashley's not gonna be completely fucking useless, which she does not seem to be, based off of upcoming footage. We gotta talk about this fucking rain. First of all, I like that it just be hitting Leon. Ooh, look at them, get his shirt all wet and shit. But that's my first negative I will say about this game. I hate the rain effects in this. It looks really fucking bad. I'm slowing it down, but like really honestly, this shit looks horrendously bad. It looks like Resident Evil. Not Resident Evil. It looks like the definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It looks really fucking bad. Like I don't know why they did that. She's like, oh Leon, you save me. Whatever, fucking lady. But yeah, it just looks horrible. I don't know if it's either too much and they're just trying to make it look like, ooh, it's trying to like not make you able to see and whatnot. But it just looks horrendously bad. So they got to change that. I don't know what build this is, but hopefully this is an old build. Like I know they're trying to make it like atmospheric and whatnot, but it looks bad. But going back to positive, I love how all the communication comms are now on screen. Like all the video calls from the original game is now on screen, so you can move and whatnot. It's integrated seamless. So while Ashley's like coming down a ladder, you'll hear Hunnigan talk to you and shit. And by the way, Hunnigan looks sexy before. She looked even more sexy. She actually kind of looks like one of my old friends that I used to talk to, which is funny. Anywho, I really like that. Ashley, get the fuck out the way. This water effects just looks horrendously bad. So the map. This is the full map. I think, and I am praying that they're taking huge inspirations from Resident Evil 7. One of the biggest things that Resident Evil 7 introduced is that you had like a semi-open world, like a big hub area, which you can go from the main village area, and then you can go around to different quarters. Like, oh, you can go to different parts of the village. So you'll go to Lady Demetress Castle. You'll go to the swamp area. So, and you can always swing back around to these areas once you were done. So I'm hoping that is more free roaming. I hope they expand upon that like Resident Evil 2. If you can't, that's fine. But if we're gonna remake this, let's do it right. Let's do it some justice. Also looking at the UI, you see there's a map, keys, so I'm assuming these are like special key items or probably treasures, your attaché case, which I heard they do some crazy interesting things with that, what we'll talk about later in the video. and I'm assuming this is your ammo building crafting. So I think you can craft ammo, and then this is your documents and whatnot, which is pretty cool. So we are just moving along. I was gonna pick up some stuff. Blue headdress that was from the original game. Anybody know? If anybody's played the original game, you know that's you pick that up. You get a nice pound, not too much, but pretty good enough. Resources, so I'm assuming that's to like make gunpowder. And here's the big thing. The big thing. Now, grave robber. There are side quests in the game, so this is why I said I'm assuming you could be able to go back and do some of these side quests, or go back and do and like explore if you want, because now there's side quests in the game. And in this game, in the original game, there was a side quest. There was collect the 15 medallions, if I'm not mistaken, in the original game, and they were fairly easy to get. And if you, in the original game, if you collect 15 of the medallions, you got a free gun. So you got, I think, the Punisher, if I'm not mistaken. The Punisher was like this quick fire pistol. It didn't do a lot of damage, but I remember it being like shooting out fast, and it would like shoot motherfuckers. Like, it was really good. It was a good pistol. It was a good starting pistol to get you past until you got the Red 9, which is the best pistol in the game. If you collected 10 medallions, you got it for free. You got the Punisher for free. But if you collect all 15 medallions, you got the free upgrade for it. So it did a little bit more damage. And what I would used to do is go get all the medallions, use that pistol as my pistol of choice until the Red 9, and then sell it to get the Red 9. So that was kind of like how to do it. I don't know if they're going to do that for this game, but it's good to know that they're expanding upon that idea of having side quests. And so Leon's looking all wet. As for, it says hold right here, but they've recently come out and said that there will be no quick time events, which is understandable. I know some people's going to be disappointed in that, but it's understandable due to the way how video games are done now. They kind of don't like to do quick time events. That was like early like 2000s. Quick time events was like really dope, but now I noticed it a lot in modern gaming. They do not used to do quick time because a lot of people bitch and complain about it. Me personally, I would say just have an option to turn it off. But now most games do not have quick time events, and also because it also bashes your controller. It makes your controller die quicker, have drift problems in the quicker. So I can understand why they didn't do that. First things first, another thing is the rain. It's really fucking bad. I keep complaining about the rain, but I really don't like it. But I really love that Leon has now stealth. Like, because I've always seen Leon as kind of like the secret agent kind of dude. He's not like Chris, who's like the warrior, who's like I'm going in charge blazing. Like, Leon's to me more of the stealth approach type of dude. So it's kind of cool that you can now like stealth kill enemies. I am very curious, and they also said it in Game Informer that they tried to stealth the whole thing and didn't work out. But I am curious if you can actually stealth this whole entire area, because now what this game does so well and that I love is that as soon as you get into combat, which I'm gonna actually put it to normal. As soon as you get into combat, if you look carefully, first things first, I like that now if Ashley gets grabbed, you can just stab a motherfucker off of her. That's kind of cool. That's way better than the original. In the original, what will happen sometimes, if you're not careful, if you're using a shotgun, sometimes the blast spread of a shotgun will shoot And when that happens, Ashley will get shot and she'll die. It only takes like one bullet to kill Ashley in the game. In here, this is a better way to get Ashley safe. And there's a lot of fucking Granados. Wait, let's actually see what he has in that Ash SK case, baby. So, it's got some Ash SK case. It looks similar to the Resident Evil 7. I mean, Resident Evil 8, I should say. It looks closer to Resident Evil 8. Ash SK case. But now it looks actually a little bit better. But even your collectibles, your resources are stored in this Ash SK case. So you can't just go around constantly collecting resources, it seems. So that's kind of cool. I actually kind of like that. Leon also has a new weapon. It's called the cross. He has a crossbow. So it's kind of like, basically from what I've seen, it's... for what I'm gathering, or maybe what I'm thinking, it's basically just crossbow that Ada gets, but now Leon can get it, which is kind of cool. I like it. This looks like a medium Ash SK case, by the way, so probably you'll be able to get it. They also have send to storage, so can you just send all your, you don't have to be in the area, and you can just send you can send all your items to storage. I don't know how I feel about that. There's probably more to it. Probably when you reach the merchant, you'll probably be able to thing. Moving on from that, Leon doing his mighty fucking badass kicks, and we can see from the footage right here, you got Las Plagas. They look fucking terrifying. Even in the original they look terrifying, but now they look even more disgusting. Their tentacles are like swinging all over the fucking place like the original. They just look fucking creepy. But luckily Leon had flashbang, and that worked out for him. There's also still collectibles. You can shoot down like stuff in the area. So that's typical stuff. You get a chicken egg. I don't know why the chicken would be up there. And then we're going to see the main man himself now with a different candle. In the original, it was blue. Now it's purple. And that makes sense because his costume is kind of purplish. And you could turn in like rewards and your side quest from him. And here's the shop. You can tune, buy, of course, sell, and trade. And trading, I'm assuming, is trading in like certain like particular special items like spindles in, and then you get some reward money or probably a special item or something. And as we can see, yellow diamonds, we got bolt thrower, we got all these random shit. And it seems like you can also make buy recipes items, which is kind of fucking cool. Red 9. Ooh. The Red 9 babies. The Red 9s. The Red 9. The most powerfulest gun in the original pistol. You could buy spray. All this type of stuff. You can level up your weapon. Reload. I wonder if they're going to lock it to chapters, because I believe in the original that's how it was done as well. Like you had to wait till you get into a certain chapter to level it up. Could be wrong. Here's another nitpick, and this one hurts my soul. They changed the Red 9 reload animation. It bums me the fuck out so hard. So he reloads it, pops the gun in, pops it, squeeze it in, and he just pulls the little fucking cartridge out. That's fucking lame to me. In the original, matter of fact, I don't even gotta say anything. Look at this clip. Now tell me, did that not look badass to you when he reloads the fucking Red 9? Like, that shit, he just like shoved the fucking bullet in hard and then flicks the fucking cartridges out. That's sick as fuck. The reload animations in the original Resident Evil was fucking sick. This is another one. This is another side quest, which you have to go get a dog. Later on in the video, they get the dog. I will say the environment, and this was probably shown in the trailer. They showed this area off in the trailer, but we didn't really get to see much. I gotta say, the environment in here is fucking creepy. I love how creepy the environment looks. In the original, it kind of look, besides a few areas, it kind of looked for the village area, it kind of looked all right. It looked all right. But in here, it like actually looks kind of creepy. You're forgetting the boxes, Leon. So we're going back into the village. Again, you can stealth. One of the things I love, which I did not get to show at first, but that's because I wasn't focused on showing it, is that now you could tell Ashley to stand back while you're in action mode, and she'll literally stand back. Like she'll keep her distance. Like, and there's not few parts you'll see like she's actually not getting in the way, which I really like. Like she's like moving the fuck out of the way. She's like, whoa. But when you tell her to come back, she'll come up close to you and like keep moving now and run fast. But when it's not combat, when it's a combat situation, she like stands the fuck back, which again makes it less stressful. They said that there will not have health in the game. However, if she does get carried off, just like in the original, that would be a game over. If she gets into danger state, which in Resident Evil 5 or any other Resident Evil, if you're in danger state, that's one hit will kill you usually. So for her, it's the same way. I'm trying to figure out if this area is like a recreation of like when you get to the like when you meet the Big Cheese himself after you're going through the door. I'm trying to figure that out. This looks like the area. Looks like the area. Now that shit was kind of creepy with the fucking owl right there, but whatever. Again, I'm just impressed that Ashley just stays the fuck out of the way. Like, I think that's the biggest positive I'll give so far, because Ashley, if you're not careful, as you get better at the game, you'll know how to direct Ashley. Oh, and this is the dog enemy that you usually get. No, this is not the fucking dog that everyone keeps bitching and complaining about. Is the white dog is still alive? He's probably still alive. If they don't add him in the game, I'm gonna be fucking tight. I'm gonna be mad. This game's gonna be ass. So hopefully he's in the game. But yeah, this is the enemy dog that pops out the Las Plagas. This shit looks creepy. I think in Game Informer, one of the guys said it before I could even say it, was that this shit looked like a fucking scorpion is coming out of him. And it is true, it looked like a scorpion. But I'd said it looked like a giant fucking penis just about to slap you. Penis on his back. It looked like Parasite Eve if anybody's ever played that. Let's fast forward here a lot. This is probably that big open village section where you have to go put in the original game where you had to put Ashley on top of you to open the big gate in order to get to the house where Louise was. And it seems like they expanded upon that. Again, just expansion. Now you can just go through that area. Seems like it's gonna go. You can now go through that area and thing. Now the blue medallion, as I said, the Shore 5 blue medallions. There's probably 5 medallions in this area you have to go get, which is cool. I believe over there is the merchant, which is like in the original. Before you get to this castle part, you have to go to the merchant. Before you go to the house. This house looks run down as fuck. They coming for that ass. And you got your boy the waist. And Leon isn't too happy about him. Doesn't know if to trust him, which makes way more better sense in this game than in the original. In the original, he's kind of like Leon already trusts him because they have a conversation about being cops and now they fucking fail and blah 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 blah. He also looks like more of a scumbag in this one. I don't know who's their face model they use, but he does not look like a pretty, like, he still looks like a handsome man, no homo, but he does look doesn't look as clean as before. Although I do like, I kind of sucks that they don't have the ballista line, but I can understand why they removed it, because they removed it in the RE4 VR game. They removed it, so that fucking sucks, but yeah, whatever. And this is where shit's about to pop off. But the best part about this whole situation, he says the fucking line. He actually says it's game time in this part, which is fucking dope. I like how Leon just kick open fucking boxes. Thank you, Lord. Because in the original, you have to pull out your knife and, you know, you be scammering because the fucking enemy's about to come at your ass. You can use the boards like in the original in Resident Evil 2 remake. The boards will block off enemies for a certain amount of time, which was fucking dope. I will say, the sniper reload, when he's like, thing looks sick. Parry, motherfucker, kick. I love the parry. The parry looks so fucking sick. Later on there will be a prompt to dodge, which we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But this looks really dope. Grenades don't do shit. It still seems like it takes a lot of bullets. This man was about to clock Leon. And this is the new enemy type they announced, is that this is the buff dude. Now, I have some theories on this enemy. I have some real theories on this enemy. I think this enemy, the why they are putting this enemy in the game, is that I could be wrong on this, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I personally think they're putting this enemy in the game because they are trying to get us prepared for Resident Evil 5 remake. I think they're going to try and remake Resident Evil 5. I would personally love Code Veronica, because I know that game has been, from a lot of the community, a lot of people love Code Veronica, but it has some rough pot. So I would love more of a Code Veronica. However, Resident Evil 5 remake would be interesting. Like, just look at how this enemy looks. He looks exactly like... Excuse me. He looks exactly like... He looks exactly like the enemies from the big executioner guy from Resident Evil 5. So I think it's very interesting that they're adding this character in. It's very interesting. I think they're preparing us for Resident Evil 5. I think this is just an indication of the game. And as you can see, there's an evade. So if you click down R3, there's an evade button. So I'm curious if you can evade all attacks, or is just this motherfucker's attack. Can you even parry this? It's a question of the day. It seems like you can. It seems like whoever was playing was trying to parry it, but failed the parry window. now we get on to the treasures and key items. Yep, I said that before. And now you can, just like in the original, you can expect the item, and as you expect the item, you can put items in them, just like, and increase the value. But it seems like this time there's more gems to use. They're not just every gem costs a certain amount of money. It seems like all the gems have a different type of currency. So probably the red costs 3 more pesetas, or the blue one costs 10 more. Like, maybe if you get all three green or blue, the price will go up even more higher. So I think that's kind of cool. I think that's kind of dope that they did that. Maybe you could even put different items, maybe not just that. But who knows? There's also a typewriter. So the typewriter is back to save the game. Obviously, I believe in professional mode. Guaranteed when we get to professional mode is going to have like, oh, there's no saving, or you can only save once. Storage. So I'm assuming typewriters are there to store all your weapons. So I was thinking maybe it was going to be the merchant was going to store your weapons, but maybe the merchant and the typewriters will. You can customize your HSD case, which is good. Again, it looks way better than Resident Evil 8 Village. It looks so much better. It looks like I actually want to fuck around. But this is the most coolest part, is that all the HSD cases have perks and charm perks. So let's just say if you get the black suitcase, it increases probably it increases ammo, handgun ammo, or it increases drop rate for resources. It increases resources solutions. You get the chicken perk, which it seems like you can hold 3. Can you hold 3? Yes, it seems like you can hold 3 perks, charms on your HSD case. And for this one, it was get 100% recovery for all chickens. So if you get a chicken egg, you'll get full health. And that's kind of cool. You can look at it. It stands there. It's kind of cute. I like it. I believe in the demo, they actually, in the pre-orders, there's one for bullets. So I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's the cover story for this. Overall, this is looking incredibly good. Incredibly faithful, but taking a little changes. I love this cover art. This cover art is an homage to one of the promo arts for Resident Evil 4. I think Ada was on the cover of that as well, so throwback to that. But this looks incredible. They also had another video, but I'm not going into that. They talked about trying to redesign, I believe, the chainsaw guy. They were like, no, let's not change him. They was going to add more to him, but they was like, no, what makes him kind of cool is that he has a fucking plastic bag on his fucking head and he's fucking just wilding out with a chainsaw. But they were like, we want to add to that. So they added the whole, that you can see into his eyes and whatnot. So overall, this is looking very fucking cool. I'm excited for this game. I think my only concern about this game is, again, little nitpick things that I'm just like, ugh. Like, are you going to be able to, like, travel around the village and the castle at any time you want? You know, how long is this game? You know, will they add, assignment Ada? Or are they going to add mercenary mode? These are things I want to know. But so far, it looks pretty good. And also, are they going to expand on Ashley's sections? Because that was kind of like, her sections was a good idea. But I wish they would add that more. So we'll see what happens. Anywho, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry if this breakdown wasn't that comprehensible, but fuck it. We don't give a fuck. You liked it anyway. You can eat my ass if you don't. If you're new to the channel,